Hello, dear students. Welcome back to our news channel. Today, we have two important news that basically talks about how science is an important part of our daily life and how the scientific advancements and natural challenges shape our world. All right. So, first, we will discuss India's groundbreaking Genome India project and how it is helping us understand human genetics. Then, we'll shift gears to talk about earthquake, specifically in the Himalaya region. And I hope you know where we can find Himalayas, right? So, yes, so these are the two articles. So buckle up as we journey through science, nature, and human resilience. Let's start with the first story, India's incredible achievement in mapping 10,000 human genomes from 83 different population groups across the country. But first, what do we mean by a genome? A genome, students, it's a complete set of DNA. It's a complete set of DNA in our bodies, and it contains all the information that makes your hair color, height, eye color, and even your risk of developing certain diseases. So, all the information that we carry from our parents is stored in the DNA. And what is genome? It's basically complete set of DNA in our bodies. So scientists study genomes to understand why some people get sick while others stay healthy. क्यों? क्योंकि जीनोम में ये भी तो नॉलेज स्टोर है कि why some people are at the risk of developing certain diseases, right? जैसा आपने वो भी सुना होगा कि कुछ लोग ऐसे बोलते हैं कि my diabetes is basically genetics. I have genetic diseases, right? So why we say this? Because some people are at the risk of developing certain diseases. So, when scientists learn, they study genome, they'll understand why some people get sick. Now, as you can see, this is, you can call it a model of DNA strand, right? And when we talk about India, India has 4,600 population group. But this study focuses only on 83 of them. So it represents about 2% of the country's population. So this study is part of the Genome India project. Okay, it is part of Genome India project. And its goal goal is to collect and understand the diversity of our genetic makeup. So this database is now available to researchers worldwide. But the question is, why does this matter? See, students, imagine there is a world where doctors could give you medicine specifically designed for your body. Yes, personalized treatment, personalized medicine. The medicine that works faster and better because it matches your DNA. This is called precision medicine. What is it called? Precision medicine. And it's one of the big dreams of this project. It could also help scientists learn why some people develop diseases like diabetes or cancer and others don't. So, what the study found that 27, 27 million 27 million rare genetic variations, out of which 7 million were unique and not found in global databases. So this shows how genetically diverse India is. ना इंडिया में जो जेनेटिक डाइवर्सिफिकेशन इतना ज़्यादा है. And this project is housed by Indian Biological Data Center in Haryana. Okay, so yes, it is housed at the Indian Biological Data Center in Haryana. All right, and the data will be carefully shared with researchers while protecting everyone's privacy. For example, instead of tagging data with caste or tribe names, they use numbers to keep it anonymous. And even our Prime Minister Narendra Modi called this project historic because it paves the way for India to lead in biotechnology based manufacturing and innovation. However, students, this is just the beginning. And scientists hope to expand this database to include 1 million genomes in the future. But why does it take time? Well, studying genomes is expensive and it requires a lot of work. ऐसा थोड़ी ना होता है कि हमने बस एक स्ट्रैंड लिया, हमने एक डीएनए का स्ट्रैंड लिया और उसको स्टडी करने लगे. नहीं, बहुत टाइम लगता है. It requires a lot of work. Still, the potential benefits for India and the world are immense. All right. Now, students, let's shift gears to our second story, earthquakes in Himalayas. Did you know that an earthquake recently struck Tibet and it was registered as 7.1 on the Richter scale, and it caused massive damage, claiming over 100 lives. And tremors were felt in Nepal, Bihar, and even Delhi. But uh, with, but students, these places were thousands of kilometers away. Still, people felt tremors. But why do earthquakes happen in Himalayas? This is the question that we will be exploring through news article. जैसे ये Himalayas हैं, where Himalayas are located? Now, your homework is to find out how many Indian states are known as the Himalayan states. Okay, so this is your question and you'll tell me in the comments below. All right, so why do earthquakes happen in Himalayas? See, earth की जो crust है, earth's crust is like a giant jigsaw puzzle, and it is made of pieces called tectonic plates. And I hope you're already familiar with the concept of tectonic plates, right? So these plates are constantly moving, and sometimes they collide, but other time they just slide past each other. And in the Himalayas, the Indian plate is colliding with the Eurasian plate. Okay, what is happening in the Himalayas? Indian plate is colliding with the Eurasian plate. First of all, just remember, tectonic plates are giant. The earth crust is like a giant jigsaw puzzle. है ना, jigsaw puzzle होता है ना, right? And then we have these all kinds of plates. तो ये जो सारी क्रस्ट है, ये जिक्सॉ पजल है, इसी को हम कह रहे हैं टेक्टोनिक प्लेट्स. एंड अब जैसे इंडिया जिस प्लेट पर, टेक्टोनिक प्लेट पर लोकेटेड है, उसको कहते हैं इंडियन प्लेट, राइट? सो इन द हिमालयस व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इज दैट इंडियन प्लेट इज कोलाइडिंग विद यूरेशियन प्लेट. Okay, and in the Himalayas, when these plates are colliding, it causes the land to push up and form mountains. Yes, it pushes up. अब एक प्लेट ऐसे आ रही है, एक प्लेट ऐसे आ रही है, तो अब दोनों प्लेट्स टकराएंगी, तो जिसमें से एक प्लेट होगी, it will push up and it form mountains. And this collision also create fault lines, which are basically cracks in the earth's crust where earthquakes happen. So scientists are saying that the Himalayas are like a ticking time bomb. Yes. And over the past 300 years, the region has experienced many earthquakes, but not all the stored energy in the fault lines has been released. This means a massive earthquake around magnitude of 8. Yes, around magnitude of 8 is overdue. अब आप ये देखो ना कि अब ये एक क्रैक है, ठीक है, ये देयर इज अ फॉल्ट लाइन. अब अर्थक्वेक आ रहा है तो एनर्जी रिलीज हो रही है, बट नॉट ऑल एनर्जी इज रिलीज्ड. तो यानी कि एक earthquake is due. One earthquake is due, and it is around magnitude of 8. And this earthquake will be in the region of Gadwal and Kumau. So scientists are saying this. And in what happened in the year 2015, two earthquake struck Nepal, and it killed over 9,000 people, right? And it also caused massive destruction. So memories of those disasters still haunt the region, and the recent earthquake in Tibet is another reminder of how fragile the Himalayan region is. But here's the good news: scientists are studying these fault lines to predict how much energy is still stored and how it might be released. While students, we know that with all this information, we still can't predict the exact day and time of an earthquake. We can actually plan ahead to reduce the damage, right? So the question is, how do we prepare for earthquakes? One way is by building stronger infrastructure. This means designing roads, dams, and power plants that can withstand the shaking of an earthquake. And the Himalayan region faces many challenges like landslides, glacial lake burst, which makes it even more vulnerable. आप ये देखो कि एक तो उसका स्ट्रक्चर जो है, it is already complex, already fragile है. ऊपर से वहाँ पे लैंडस्लाइड्स भी आते हैं, ग्लेशियल लेक बर्स्ट भी आते हैं. तो अगर वहाँ पे प्रॉपर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर नहीं होंगे तो उससे क्या होगा कि जब अर्थक्वेक आएगा तो इट कैनॉट बी, इट वोंट बी एबल टू विथस्टैंड, right? So scientists and engineers are urging governments to follow building codes and invest in earthquake resistant designs. For example, buildings in the Indo-Gangetic plains, basically the area which is near the Himalayas, must also be prepared because they can feel the impact of earthquakes from a distance. The message is clear. While we cannot stop earthquake, we can limit its damage by planning wisely and staying prepared. All right. So that's all we are going to learn today. And basically, we have covered two topics: one about India's remarkable progress in science through Genome India project, and another about the natural challenges posed by the earthquakes in the Himalayas. Both stories remind us the power of science and planning in shaping our world. So, whether it's decoding the secrets of our DNA or preparing for earthquake, let's continue to learn and grow together. Thank you for joining today's session. Stay curious and stay safe.